This is an 8-year-old graphics card. What's up you guys, and welcome back to GTAV. Today we have something very interesting and we're gonna talk about some graphics cards. This is the R9 280. This is the first graphics card that I used on my first build back in 2015 and I still have it here in office. As you all know, the graphics card market is absolutely ridiculous right now, so I asked myself, how will this compete in today's market? How will it perform in today's day and age with the new games and with new graphics? Will it be able to hold its own or not? Before we jump into some benchmarks, let's talk about the R9 280 and some of its specs. It's an 8-year-old card. It was released in 2014 and it has a 3GB VRAM. It has a base clock of 827 MHz and a boost clock of 933 MHz, which is not bad at the time. I would say the R9 280 was a mid-range card. It was competing with the GTX 760 back in the days. My testing methodology was pretty simple. I tested it on Ultra, maxing out everything as much as I can, and then I tested it out on the default settings of the game using this graphics card. I tested it on 4 popular games right now, which are CSGO, Fortnite, GTAV, and Valorant. And the specs of the PC I'm testing this on has a Ryzen 1600 with base everything and 40GB of RAM. Before we go to the benchmark, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to drop me a like down below and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And after all this testing, let's see the results. So yes, it did not perform amazingly when it was on Ultra, but when it was on the default setting, I was very impressed. For Fortnite, it was very bad when it was on default setting. The graphics were not very nice to look at, but on Ultra, it was really nice. However, the frame rate went down to like maybe 25, 30 around that spot, and I wasn't happy playing at that settings. However, for GTAV, this is where I was the most impressed, and it did run very well on the default settings. When I tried to crank everything to the max, GTA told me you're going over the memory limit, and this card has a 3GB VRAM. I was like, forget about the memory maximum to GTA V, and it was able to run approximately 15 to 20 FPS on Ultra. However, on the default setting of GTA V, it was able to run on high or even very high for some settings, and this is what impressed me the most. For CSGO and Valorant, the R9 280 was able to handle them so easily. These games usually don't require a lot of power, so I wasn't that surprised to see that the R9 280 was still able to play them easily after 8 years. I was very proud of the R9 280. Yes, it wasn't able to handle everything Ultra, but it was able to play games pretty smoothly in my opinion at around 60 to 70 FPS for Fortnite and GTA V. Of course, it's not the most amazing card. My GTX 1070 will blow it out of the water, but it was able to hold itself. And if you even have a PC that like doesn't have a GPU and you want to maybe have an extra power for it, an R9 280 might be a good solution for you even though it's 8 years old. Well, that's it for this video everyone. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop me a like down below, it really helps me out. And if you don't like tech and everything related to tech, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. This is GTAV and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.